It's an old school AFC West battle here in balmy San Diego. The San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs with temperatures hovering right around 90 degrees, summer-like conditions here in Southern California. A look at the updated AFC wildcard chase. Hard to believe the Chiefs, after all their struggles, right back in the thick of things, just a game out of that final postseason spot. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on CBS alongside Solomon Wilcots. I'm Spiro Dita. Scott Kaplan joins us in just a couple of moments. We know what a struggle this season has been for the Chargers. 5 straight losses for them. The Chiefs know what that feels like. They've rebounded 3 straight wins and amazingly right back in the wild card chase. Alex Smith, everyone loves to talk about his deficiencies, Sally, but he's been so steady.
Yeah, he's a very smart quarterback. I think he plays a conservative but complementary style of play that really relies on a short passing game, minimizing the risk of turnovers, and he uses an opportunistic defense. Now, his mobility will break down your defense on third down. If you don't have a controlled rush, he's athletic enough to beat you. Meanwhile, the entire function of the Chargers offensive line goes through their quarterback, Phillip Rivers. This offensive system is about him being able to throw the ball even without the balance of a run game. Rivers is good enough to dissect any NFL defense, and today, that Kansas City pass rush, you know they're going to be relentless in trying to get to Phillip Rivers.
Well, for Mike McCoy, injuries have been a major storyline this season. For the very latest, let's bring in Scott Kaplan.
Well, that's exactly right, guys. The story of the San Diego Chargers this year is injuries, and for Phillip Rivers, his top 2 wide receivers are out of this game. But his offensive line is perhaps in the best shape it's been in all season long. So they're going to get DJ Fluker, who was a concern early this week with a concussion. He's up, and you've got Dunlap and Franklin up as well. Spiro?
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Today's game being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. 111th all-time meeting as the San Diego Chargers winning the toss. They defer, and so the Chiefs will have the football to start. Josh Lambo, the rookie kicker, on to boot it away, and Crenshaw native DeAnthony Thomas, about 2 hours south from where he grew up here in Southern California, and he will watch that sail through the back of the end zone as Kansas City will have it from the 20 to begin. And what a stretch it has been for Alex Smith to see 228 consecutive pass attempts without an interception. It has been months since that Week 3 pick, literally.
Well, he has never been one to throw a lot of interceptions, and so he did go through a bad streak. But every single player for the Kansas City Chiefs, they credit their head coach, Andy Reid, for keeping this team together, for them bouncing back from a 5-game losing streak to go on to win 3 in a row. And Andy Reid is one of the better coaches in the National Football League. He'll put together a game plan on this offense that will allow Alex Smith to be at his best.
Chiefs went to Denver, beat the Broncos in that ugly performance by Peyton Manning last Sunday, 29-13. First and 10 pass is caught by the tight end Travis Kelce, his 46th reception of the season, and he's run out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Starters, this offensive front that has had to move some people around. Jeff Allen today makes the start at one of the guard positions, so Ja Reed takes his old spot at right tackle. And one of the newest sensations in the NFL, Charcandrick West, 5th consecutive start. Boy, they were really down after losing Jamal Charles midway the season with the ACL, but West has been a revelation for the Chiefs. High snap fielded by Smith, fakes the little screen, they go end around. It's DeAnthony Thomas. A little trickeration as he gets close to the 30, brought down after a pickup of 7, and right at that first down marker.
Anytime you see DeAnthony Thomas, who appears to be shaken up on the play, anytime you see him lined up tight to the formation, he's going to come back around on that reverse. They'll even do a fake reverse and try to get the defense going after him, and then allow Charcandrick West to hit it to the other side. You can see he took a shot right there. DeAnthony Thomas is not a big guy, but they'll get him to run the football on the edges of the defense, try to avoid the kind of punishment you just saw.
That was Jaleel Adai who put a lick on him at the end of that play. Enough for the first down for the Chiefs as they move the chains. You see what they've done with the rush game, especially here in San Diego, as this long-standing rivalry writes its latest chapter. First and 10, Smith over the middle, right up the seam, is caught. Not much happening after the catch. Jason Avant is brought down after a pickup of 6. Well, John Pagano's Chargers defense has struggled all season. Corey Legion, a question mark today with that mid-foot sprain sustained Week 9 here against the Bears. Manti Te'o is back healthy out the last 4 games with an ankle injury. And in the secondary, this is a unit that has been banged up as well. Brandon Flowers taking on his old team, a longtime member of the Chiefs, and a former second-round pick of Kansas City back in the On 2nd and 4, this is West. Little burst, and he's brought down. Manti Te'o, who has been a guy dealing with durability issues over his first couple of seasons.
Well, his ability to shoot the gap and read this play, it's that tackle right there. Even though his head was not in front of the strong legs and lower body of Charcandrick West, Manti Te'o strong enough to bring him down. He continues to get better. He can stay healthy and stay on the field. He makes him a better defense here in San Diego.
Alex Smith is going to be forced to burn a timeout, so something he didn't like. And very early in this game, Kansas City will take its first timeout. Early stages on CBS.
I've been to Denver, Salt Lake City, Houston, Seattle, Los Angeles, New York City, Portland, Chicago, Milwaukee, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Mexico City, Dallas, San Diego.
Southwest flies all over the country and international, so no matter where you want to go, we've got a low fare to get you there. Book now at southwest.com.
I've been everywhere.
Happy holidays! Switch to Cricket Wireless. And for a limited time, choose from 4 smartphones now free after mail-in rebate Cricket Visa promotion card. And get more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Woohoo! From the Merrier carrier. Plus, get a $100 Cricket shopping card when you switch by December 6th, even if you don't need a phone. Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about.
It's been an amazing year for Honda, with the all-new HR-V crossover, all-new Pilot, and the all-new Civic. There's a lot to celebrate, so hurry in to Happy Honda Days and take home KBB.com's best overall brand.
His heart's failing. Do you have any music? Music always soothes him.
He lives in you.
Join the cast of the award-winning musical The Lion King
He lives in you.
for a very special Code Black.
Where's my son? I'm here, Dad.
Welcome back to San Diego. Watch when Jason Avant goes in motion right here. Now, they'll motion with him, but the real fear is that once these guys move into that A-gap, Alex Smith knows he's going to get a double A blitz, and he doesn't have enough time to check out of it. They're forced to burn the timeout.
On 3rd and 4, Smith slings it first down. Kelsey and Moore tripped up right at midfield. A pickup of 13 yards. Te'o able to bring him to the turf. Second catch for Kelsey.
Well, we already know Alex Smith is going to throw it a lot. Very short, very quick, getting the balls out of his hand all day long. And it's really about these short, quick passing games that really keeps the defense off balance, allows them to get the ball into the hand of his receivers so they can create yards after the catch.
Kelsey only 1 touchdown catch over the last 8 weeks, but has seen his production right around where you'd expect it at this stage. That's West. Charcandrick West, the guy who about a month ago was completely anonymous to most NFL fans. Undrafted. What a path he's had from undrafted to practice squad Solomon to now suddenly their top flight running back with Charles on the shelf.
Yeah, and Andy Reid said that this guy's got a certain energy about him. He's always smiling, always in a good mood. Doesn't seem to be overwhelmed about being on the NFL stage, even though he's replaced one of the best running backs in Jamal Charles in the National Football League.
2nd and 4, quick screen pass to the near side. That's Albert Wilson, who is brought down right after the catch. Just barely able to get to the line of scrimmage as Kansas City will face a 3rd down.
This is what John Picano wants from this defense. Watch how many blue jerseys get to Wilson on this play. Look at all the swarming jerseys, the speed and quickness and tenacity and the way that they're playing defense. Good leverage, good pursuit angles. That's how you create turnovers, something this defense needs to see more of.
Wilson actually loses a yard officially, so 3rd and 5 for the Chiefs on their 8th play of the drive. Smith from the gun, puts some air under it, and incomplete, intended for Jeremy Maclin. A little bit too much underneath, and on 4th down, the Chiefs will punt.
Alex Smith knows that he's going to give Jeremy Maclin more opportunities, one-on-one coverage. He's got to be able to win because he had Eric Weddle on him one-on-one, and Weddle's not used to covering against receivers down the field one-on-one with no help. I think if you're the Chiefs, you've got to win in that situation.
So here's Justin Colquitt, the 11th-year punter, one of the best in the NFL, placing these punts inside the 20. And in fact, he's got the most in Chiefs history. He'll tack on to that number as Javonte Herndon muffed it for a moment. 39-yard, perfectly placed punt from Colquitt.
It's the perfect time to get the gift you've waited for all year, the CR-V with rear-view camera standard. Hurry in to the Happy Honda Day sales event, and you could get a great deal on the best-selling SUV in its class, now at your Honda dealer.
It's got a short neck and a long history. The original Miller Lite Steiny bottle is back, but not for long. It's Miller time.
You still have a chance to win Super Bowl 50 tickets, millions of instant win prizes, and $500,000. And now, with all-day breakfast, you can play anytime with a delicious Egg McMuffin. It's time to play Game Time Gold.
Man, I love those Bears.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed with the camera, except how you take a photo, find a photo, share a photo. Ooh, Mom's gonna love that one. Your photos themselves have changed too. They move now. And the camera shoots video in 4K. You can even shoot slow-mo in HD. Wait for it. Splash. So yeah, that's what's changed.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. And by Verizon. Watch live primetime games with NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
Well, so many great moments in this rivalry that dates back to 1960 when the Chiefs were the Dallas Texans and these Chargers were playing up in LA. As you see Phillip Rivers onto the field, leads the league in both completions and attempts. Even with this team struggling the way it has, Rivers has been playing at an MVP level. Chargers well rested after the bye. This is Melvin Gordon, a rookie out of Wisconsin, who is still trying to kick his rookie campaign into high gear. DeAnthony Thomas, during the commercial, had to jog into the locker room. We won't speculate. We'll get an update as quickly as we can, but he took that hard hit from Jaleel Adai on the second play of the game.
Yeah, certainly. I think they're going to take a look at it. It's the concussion protocol where they have to take a look at him, and once he can pass, then they'll let him back on the field.
Here's Gordon again. Gordon, a second stab at it. Josh Maga on the tackle, and a late marker comes in from behind the line of scrimmage.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Number 92 defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
That's Dontari Poe on a penalty, and that'll give San Diego a little bit more breathing room. This has been an offensive line racked by injuries. DJ Fluker sustained a concussion actually in practice this week, a question mark. He is up surprisingly. And Antonio Gates, about a month removed from that MCL sprain in his knee, admittedly is still not at full strength, but will dress and play his third straight game at the tight end.
Spiro, this offense, we talk about the offense going through their quarterback, Phillip Rivers. Look for him to work to Danny Woodhead and Antonio Gates. The majority of the passing combinations will come to their side.
On 1st and 10 after the penalty, this is Gordon. Churning his feet, crosses the 20. They'll make it 18-yard line, close to the 18 on that play. Dontari Poe headlines that defensive front. Slow start for him after missing all of camp with that herniated disc in his back. And Eric Berry had a chance to visit with Andy Reid yesterday. He told us that that game he played last week in Denver, the best that he has seen Berry in the time that he has had him last 2+ seasons in Kansas City. Saw Bob Sutton, Kansas City's defensive coordinator. This is 2nd and 7. Gordon kind of lunges forward, crosses the 20-yard line. And the tackle on the play by Mugga.
So much of the talk in San Diego has been, okay, they're struggling to run the football. They rank 30th in the National Football League in terms of their rushing attack. Phillip Rivers is so good. Everyone here, Spiro, in San Diego is crying for more passing game, more Phillip Rivers. They rank 1st in the NFL when it comes to throwing the ball. And, you know, the running game continues to struggle. Lean on your quarterback when the rest of the game is coming more difficult.
This is Rivers on 3rd and 5. Rivers under pressure, somehow escapes Poe. And a magic trick by Rivers, somehow able to evade the sack as he runs out of bounds, picks up a yard, still short as the Chargers will punt.
Dontari Poe doesn't expect to miss Phillip Rivers, but really it's about the coverage on the back end. Go ahead and roll it. And you'll see this secondary in Kansas City over the last 3 to 5 weeks has been so good. See, there's no one really open right there. He was trying to get it over the top of the screen, but there was really nowhere to go while Rivers was under pressure. It's going to be something they're going to have to deal with all day, is the pass rush of the Chiefs.
The Chiefs have told us that the Anthony Thomas is being looked at for a potential concussion in the locker room. And we'll get you an update again as quickly as we can, as that is fair caught by Macklin. 50-yard punt. And Alex Smith back onto the field next.
'Twas Thanksgiving, and in the U.S., Verizon is solving holiday stress. Get Black Friday deals, new tech, and more. Thanksgiving is here, and there's so much in store. Get your shopping done early. It's as easy as pie. Even with wish lists that reach really, 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 really high. Get tablets, phones, and headphones too. Great gifts for friends and family, and of course for you. Get it online or in store to keep shopping light. It's all at Verizon, Thursday to Monday night.
She sees the world a little differently. And by some miracle, she actually said yes to me.
Tell her everything you love about her with Charmed Memories at Kay Jewelers, featuring the new Charmed Memories Star Wars collection. And this Thursday through Sunday, get this free bracelet or charm valued up to $45 with any Charmed Memories purchase of $99.99 or more. At Kay, the #1 jewelry store in the galaxy.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
I wish this day would never end.
Morning.
The gift that keeps on throwing. Now at the Oh What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
The 3rd-ranked Maryland Terrapins take the court at the Cancun Challenge Tuesday, starting at 6 on CBS Sports Network.
Thursday, December the 3rd, your weekend starts here. Round 2 of this classic rivalry. Packers-Lions, Thursday Night Football, only on CBS and NFL Network. Lions going to Lambeau and stunning the Packers. And they'll look for more as they get together yet again. You'll see that Week 10 final just last week back inside Qualcomm Stadium. Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcott, Scott Kaplan. We pulled into the stadium a couple hours ago. Parking lot filled as these fans enjoy summer-like conditions here in Southern California. Temperatures over 90 degrees on the field at kickoff. On 1st and 10, Smith going to scramble and pick up a couple of yards. What a wild roller coaster it's been, Solomon. You go back to Week 6 for Andy Reid and the Chiefs. They lost to Minnesota at that point, 5 straight losses. They were 1-5. Jamal Charles had blown his knee out the week before. Things looked so bleak, but Andy Reid told us yesterday his team never flinched.
Yeah, I think Alex Smith put it best in talking about his head coach, Andy Reid. He said some coaches are good with X's and O's. Others are just leaders of men. He said Andy Reid is both. He said he eliminates all dysfunction and allows us to go out and play well.
Smith on 2nd and 6 has West wide open. West breaking free, 40. Inside the 35, West still going. And finally brought down by Brandon Flowers, the one-time Chief. West, 48 yards on the catch and run, and Kansas City in business.
Well, it looks like the linebacker, number 56, Butler, was supposed to have him in man-to-man coverage over to the right side of the screen, but he comes underneath, and now Butler's in chase. Weddle can't get off the block from Kelsey, and look at the downfield blocking. And West is so good in open space, such a powerful runner with such quickness. He's giving them the same production catching the ball out of the backfield as did Jamal Charles.
And with that pass, Alex Smith, 234 straight attempts without a pick. Longest stretch and a new Chiefs record. As Smith runs out of bounds. And as we mentioned it at the top of the show, everyone talks about what Smith can't do. Doesn't take enough chances down the field. One thing you do get with Smith, low mistakes, low turnovers as he continues to roll.
If I was to use the baseball analogy, I would say, you know, he's a singles hitter, right? He doesn't go for the home run. He is conservative. But I think he plays a complementary style at the quarterback position where he does rely on the running game, relies on his receivers to create yards after the catch, and he relies on the defense, but he's got good mobility and can make plays.
On 2nd and 5, this is West. Nice little seam right over the center. And this consequently another homecoming for Alex Smith. Grew up in nearby La Mesa, former high school star at Helix. There's a lot of family and friends here. He's been coming to the stadium since he was a kid.
Yeah, and I want to go back to just talking about his style of play, Spiro. You know, the more important thing I think you could do as a quarterback for your team is don't turn over the football. And if you don't turn it over, you give your team a great chance of winning each and every Sunday. The fact that they're on this 3-game winning streak, no turnovers by this offense over the last 3 weeks.
Unbelievable. Where do they go here on 3rd and 1? It's West. Needs the 10, and it appears as though the second-year man out of tiny Abilene Christian in Texas has enough. It'll be 1st and goal.
You know, West has a very strong lower body. Now, this guy can really move the pile. Not a big guy, but watch him. You know, when he attacks the line of scrimmage, he's fearless. Look at him get going downhill. And he has a running back coach in Eric Bieniemy, who once played here for the San Diego Chargers, who was a tough little guy himself. He coaches toughness. Jamal Charles told him, he said, hey, he's going to coach you hard, but he told West, you just got to be able to take it.
West last week in that win had a rushing touchdown and a receiving score. That time buried by the combination of Denzel Perriman and Melvin Ingram as they lose a yard.
You know, Legion is a guy battling some injuries, but watch number 94. Watch him knife right through. Oh, excuse me, that's 54. That's going to be Ingram there, linebacker coming off the edge. He was able to get penetration along with Perriman. Good play. Now 2nd and goal. This is where you can get some play action pass. Try to get the tight ends on the back end of that defense. And John Pagano, try to find the best matchup you can in the short passing game.
Travis Kelsey, their tight end, is lined up in the slot towards the top of your screen. 2nd and goal. Smith slings it inside the 5. It's caught. That's Macklin. Brought down right around the 1.5-yard line. They pick up 9 yards, and that'll set up a 3rd and goal here with that clock continuing to run, approaching 3 minutes.
This offense, for Andy Reid and Alex Smith, 74% of their pass attempts is under 10 yards. That's the most in the National Football League. If I'm a secondary member and I'm playing against the Chiefs offense, I'm sitting on all short routes because that's what they do. It'll be interesting to see what they do here on 3rd and goal. They rather throw it than run it. Depends on the look they get from the defense as they appear to have their heavy run game personnel in the game.
Anthony Sherman lines up in front of West on 3rd and goal. Lead blocker, West goes airborne. No signal from the officials. West appears to be short. And it will be 4th and goal coming up.
I thought he stuck that ball out. Looked like he might have come close to penetrating the goal line. Cameron's in a good spot to be able to see it. See, they pull guard tackle. Oh, no, he didn't get it. He stuck it out there just momentarily, but not enough to break the plane. And he was able to pull it back before one of the defenders could come and swat it out. Jimmy Wilson was there to get the stop.
You like this decision?
You know what? They're moving the ball on both drives. I like Andy Reid being aggressive here.
Reid's going to roll the dice. They go to the big fella, the tight end. It's Brian Parker mashing his way into the end zone. And Kansas City drives it down the field and gets onto the football field. It's Dontari Poe, I beg your pardon.
That big guy.
He fooled everyone.
He sure did. I remember him at the scouting combine. He outran some linebackers. He was so fast and quick. And look at the big guy lining up in there at fullback. Look at him going airborne, throwing himself around. What a play. That was, I think, incredible. The fact that the personnel allowed them to power it in, you know, that energizes your football team. If you're a defensive lineman, Andy Reid's going to use you on the goal line to score a touchdown, get you excited to come to the ballpark and play football.
Dontari Poe, Pro Bowl defensive tackle each of the last 2 years. Struggled for him with his health. We mentioned a herniated disc, missed all the training camp. What a drive by Kansas City. There is a penalty marker thrown on the point after as Cairo Santos boots it through. First career touchdown for Dontari Poe.
Illegal use of hands to the face, number 87, offense. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced. Retry.
So Kelsey, the man, penalized. And they will move back as they'll have to re-kick.
Right there. Yep. Hand to the face.
Kelsey already a couple of catches. And this will turn out to be about a 42-yard attempt on a point after. Far from a sure thing here. But Santos still has some feel-good memories. We were here for that Week 7 game that he won on a last-second field goal last season. Officially, it will be a 43-yard extra point attempt. Santos has the distance, misses it wide right. So the penalty on Kelsey comes back to bite them, but Dontari Poe caps off that long drive with his first career score.
There's no time to waste. The Oh, What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the ILX.
If you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, isn't it time to let the real you shine through? Introducing Otezla, a Premolast. Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. Some people who took Otezla saw 75% clearer skin after 4 months. And Otezla's prescribing information has no requirement for routine lab monitoring. Don't take Otezla if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. Otezla may increase the risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Side effects may include diarrhea, nausea, upper respiratory tract infection, and headache. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Ask your doctor about Otezla today. Otezla. Show more of you.
Catch a new NCIS LA, CBS Monday at 10/9 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Available now. And by Honda. Hurry in for great deals during Happy Honda Days.
Aerial coverage of today's game being provided by MetLife, high above Qualcomm Stadium, just outside Downtown San Diego, Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcox, Scott Kaplan, rest of our CBS crew. As the Chiefs missing the extra point. Penalty on Travis Kelce moved it back, so 43-yard attempt by Santos wide right. And the score at 6-0 after Dontari Poe's first career touchdown.
Yeah, it was impressive. Great play design by Andy Reid. He always has his team well prepared.
Santos boots it away. Herndon will watch that sail through the back of the end zone. So Phillip Rivers back onto the field. He and the Chargers down 6 on CBS.
Rated M for mature.
What? Y'all don't know about Kevin? He's a bad man.
Kid's fearless, fast as a heart attack. Kevin's the king. He's unstoppable, untouchable. What? Y'all don't know about Carl?
Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Play map packs 30 days early, only on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
This is how we do it.
Introducing the Dish 2-year TV price lock. Get 190 channels for just $49.99 every month for 2 years. And those hidden monthly fees others charge? With Dish's 2-year price lock, there are none. It's just $49.99. Watch TV, not your bill. Lock it today and get Netflix or Red Zone from NFL Network included for 1 year. Call 1-800-DISH-LOCK.
It's the perfect time to get the gift you've waited for all year. The redesigned Accord with multi-angle rearview camera standard. Hurry into the Happy Honda Days sales event and you could get a great deal on KBB.com's best value brand. Now at your Honda dealer.
Survivor Wednesday. Go! It's a 2-hour battle against each other and the elements.
The rain has been going for days. We're freezing. I don't know when we'll end. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. Not quitting.
A new 2-hour Survivor CBS Wednesday.
You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Tomorrow on The Late Show, it's Stephen Colbert. Catch Sylvester Stallone. And later this week, Justin Bieber plus Stephen's Thanksgiving celebration. Only CBS. Phillip Rivers second in the league in passing yardage behind only Tom Brady. Over 3,000 yards till this point. And Rivers is buried by Josh Maga.
This has got to be the major concern for this football team. Because can they block the pass rush of the Kansas City Chiefs? You're going to see Maga come right here. He'll come around and loop. Look, they don't block him. And you've got to block him before you release to go out on that route. If you're number 88, David Johnson, pick up the blitzing linebacker and protect your quarterback. And if they can't protect Phillip Rivers, it could be a long day for the Chargers.
5 sacks for this Kansas City defense. First sack of the season for Maga over the middle. A quick catch. That's in the tight end, I beg your pardon, Ladarius Green. They pick up 9 yards with a $1:20 to play in this first quarter. They'll be faced with a 3rd down coming up.
But you can see what happened. They get the sack, and then, yeah, okay, if you're the Chargers, you get a nice gain on 2nd down, but you're still facing the 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. You know you're going to get this blitzing front from the Kansas City Chiefs, and then you got to block Tom Bahali and Justin Houston.
Green, by the way, was a question mark today, was not expected to play with that ankle injury that forced him to miss the Chicago game back in Week 9. Rivers, here they come on 3rd and 10, slinging it far side of the field. He's got his man, Dontrell Inman, wide open, 17 yards and a San Diego first down.
Excellent route by Inman. I'm impressed. He's working against the rookie Marcus Peters over on the left side. And you'll see he'll go out to his left. Can't see him in the screen there. But look, he's working Peters to that side of the field. And he lined up tight, giving himself a lot of room for Rivers to squeeze that ball in for a completion.
Inman, only his 13th catch of the season, suddenly thrust into a starting role with the injuries to both Malcolm Floyd and Keenan Allen, who, of course, is out for the season. Chargers keeping on the ground on 1st and 10 as Danny Woodhead picks up just a couple, and that'll likely take us to the end of the first quarter. Well, we were under the 3-minute mark before Philip Rivers had even attempted his first pass.
That is something. I mean, the pressure on Philip Rivers is going to be all day long. Can the offensive line keep him standing upright?
This holiday, I can count on my Aunt Judy once again going off list. And knowing right when my packages arrive. So that's 2 things.
Introducing real-time delivery notifications. Sign up at myusps.com.
This Black Friday deals week, let the deals come to you. Thousands of deals and new ones as often as every 5 minutes, only at Amazon.
The manpower, the will, mobilizing to take on the world? You don't know ARP. AARP and AARP Foundation are taking on hunger with 31 million meals donated. Drive to End Hunger teams with local agencies to reach the hungriest among us. If you don't think ending hunger when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
It's been an amazing year for Honda, with the all-new HR-V crossover, all-new Pilot, and the all-new Civic. There's a lot to celebrate, so hurry in to Happy Honda Days and take home KBB.com's best overall brand.
Sounds like you could use some help. I feel like anything is possible.
Hi, Miss Grant.
You're not there yet?
I'm pulling up right now.
What's that noise?
I got the windows open. Gotta go.
New Supergirl, CBS Monday, or stream it live or on demand.
Well, despite all the struggles for the Chargers in the midst of this 5-game losing streak, Philip Rivers has been on a historic pace, as you can see.
Yeah, and he's had to get a lot done without some of the best players around him. He was out. Keenan Allen, one of the best receivers in the league, having a productive season before he was lost to that kidney injury. And then Malcolm Floyd is also out of today's game.
There was an outside chance and a hope that Floyd would be ready with that shoulder injury after the bye week, but not yet ready to make his return. On 2nd and 8, Rivers towards the far side of the field. It's caught by Inman. Second catch. There's now suddenly a kid who's still unproven, a couple of years in, former collegiate player out of Virginia, suddenly into a big role.
Dontrell Inman, we watched him practice on Friday. I thought he looked good. Looks good even here today in the early going. He's getting open against this secondary for Kansas City that's been playing so well.
Here's Gordon on 3rd and short. They needed the 47. And this will depend on the spot.
Certainly needed a second effort, Spiro. He appeared to be stopped initially, bounced and spun around, and looked like he might have come close to getting it.
Maga and Tamba Hali on the tackle.
Watch this play here. He come off that left side. See stuff right there. Now watch the second effort here. And then he lunges forward. And right there, he's going to come really close. I thought he was stopped initially. The young rookie was able to get some extra yards after the contact was made.
Officials bring the chains crew out. And this one is going to be close as they get the first down by the nose of the football.
Oh, yeah. Very small nose, right? That was close. Now, Gordon, when we talked to his head coach, Mike McCoy, he thinks the world of Gordon. He thinks Gordon's got tremendous upside, but the production isn't there. This is a first-round pick for this football team. You can see no rushing touchdowns. He's got more touches of the football and no touchdowns than any other player in the National Football League. So he's got to begin to produce, and one way you do that is create big plays and find your way into the end zone.
Chris Hairston has reported eligible on 1st and 10. Little play action from Rivers. Quick strike, it's caught. Stevie Johnson inside Kansas City territory, lunges ahead to the 40. 13 more yards and another San Diego first down.
Still amazes me, though, the lack of a run game, the lack of balance, and how well Philip Rivers can move the ball down the field, even against some of the best NFL defenses. He gets rid of the ball real quickly. Of course, a Large majority of his passes are 10 yards or less. 72% of them, third most in the National Football League. Very close to what the Chiefs do on offense.
And he passes our good buddy Dan Fouts, as Rivers now all-time leader in career completions. Trying to thread the needle to Ladarius Green, who's playing on that bulky ankle. Trying to make a lunging catch. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I think Rivers believes he should have made a better throw. Look right there, but see, Green is drifting away from that. No, Green just dropped that one. Yeah, no, Rivers likes this throw. I stand corrected. Rivers threw a really nice and catchable ball, which should have been completed. Green's got to make that catch for his quarterback.
And I believe that look from Rivers tells you all you need to know. This should be the 9th play of the drive.
Michigan Clinton! Michigan Clinton! Watch this! 390! Get hot!
There comes Tamba Hali from the edge. Quick strike screen pass. This is Stevie Johnson. Excellent tackle. What a play by Eric Berry as he dumps his man down. And we asked Andy Reid about Berry. Just couldn't talk enough in terms of positives with how well he played last week.
Yeah, he talked about him being all the way back. If you go back and look at the tape last week, Berry had an exceptional game. I thought he looked as good as he's ever been as a pro player. We all know he's coming off of his battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma, but he looked really good in that win over the Denver Broncos 1 week ago.
380! Get hot!
Woodhead flanking Rivers. This is 3rd and 7. Here come the Chiefs. Rivers steps up, able to elude Justin Houston. They're still coming. Rivers trying to lunge forward, runs out of bounds short of the 1st down marker. Trying to buy as much time as he could, just had nowhere to throw the football down the field.
Well, it all starts with pressure coming right in his face right here. You see Justin Houston. Now he's going to swim over the top, and Rivers comes underneath, but now he's losing ground. Jay Howard in chase, and good coverage on the back end. I think Rivers just did a really good job of not forcing this ball into coverage. You can see double coverage and on Antonio Gates, and he's not going to throw it late to the backside way on the other side of the field. Just very smart to protect the football.
There's the rookie kicker, Josh Lambo, beat out Nick Novak for the job in the preseason. This one is on target and perfectly through the uprights. Lambo, the top rookie kicker in the league in terms of kick scoring points, gets San Diego on the board in a 3-point game.
Get ready for Black Friday deals from Verizon. Get a Samsung Galaxy S6. Get $500 off. Get it early online starting Thursday. Get into the spirit of getting. Happy Thanksgiving from Verizon.
The best defense is defense. Use everything you have to protect your alliance. Build walls twice as high as you need. Build fast and defend faster. Join me and strike. Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
It's an NCIS Thanksgiving.
More the merrier?
And a homecoming.
Howdy.
To remember.
Rule 28. Need help? Ask.
New NCIS then.
We're gonna solve the last murder before Katrina.
Gotta keep working.
It's all gone. There's no fixing this.
New NCIS New Orleans after NCIS Tuesday.
Well, very animated discussion during the timeout between Rivers and Antonio Gates. Something you rarely see. It's obviously frustrated about something during that last sequence. Lambo 52-yard field goal to get the Chargers on the board. And Chris Conley standing back towards the end of his own end zone. Another touchback. Well, this was the conversation just a couple of seconds ago during that timeout.
Yeah, we don't know what was being said, but certainly it's a heated conversation. Now, having been on those sidelines in games where the communication is poor, and, you tend to get into these kind of confrontations. It's a, highly intense, highly emotional moment when you're on sidelines and you're trying to communicate and one guy says something wrong, or you even think he said something wrong. Now you're going to express yourself maybe at another level. They were able to calm down and sit next to one another on that bench where I'm sure they're trying to work out the issues right now.
Well, no two players in that Chargers locker room have been more frustrated with the season that they've had than Rivers and Gates. 1st and 10, Smith under pressure. That pass is incomplete, off the fingertips of Macklin. And Jerry Itachu coming hard on the pressure right in the face of Smith.
And we know Smith is normally accurate on those throws, but when you have pressure coming on you like this, look at that, forced the high throw. Just good pass rush by the San Diego Chargers, Itachu. Jerry Itachu providing the pressure. I think that pass would have been complete to Jeremy Macklin had Itachu not put the hit on Alex Smith.
Anthony Sherman, the fullback, lines in front of West. High formation set. Play action from Smith on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath to Kelsey. Kelsey clothesline to the field by Melvin Ingram. That was an old WWE move by the Chargers linebacker, a pickup of 5.
You know what we say, keep your head on the swivel now. You're going to make this move, you better duck. Look at that. It's not intentional. He's just going for what he could get. He didn't grab the face mask, and it was the arm that sort of got caught right under the chin. See right there. Looked like the hand grabbed the top of the shoulder pad. And I know it looks more violent than maybe what it is, but I don't know if that served as an infraction. Remember, the officials, they don't react on the aftermath, just the act itself.
Where does Smith go here? Here come the Chargers. 3rd and 5 over the middle. It's caught. 1st down and more. That's the tight end, Demetrius Harris. Big catch and run as they move inside San Diego territory. A pickup of 25.
And yeah, good protection means good throws from Alex Smith. Look at that. Nice throw as Harris came open over the middle. Was able to get behind the linebackers, Manti Te'o, to pick up a big gain on the play.
Chiefs placing their rookie tight end, James O'Shaughnessy, on IR this week with a foot injury, so more snaps now for Harris as he makes his first catch. They line up right at the 50. Here's Charkandrick West, able to sneak forward. A pickup of 3. Early quarterback comparison between Smith and Phillip Rivers.
Well, we know both guys do a really good job of protecting the football, making good decisions with the football as well. And Rivers, without, I think, the use of a real viable running game, 5 of 6 so far. But you can see, Alex Smith said he's going to come out and push it down the field a little bit. I think we've seen that early on.
Chiefs go draw play on 2nd and 7. And you talk about a cerebral tandem between a head coach, Solomon, and a quarterback. Alex Smith said something yesterday that was very interesting. He said, as a quarterback, you're at your best when a play call comes in from your coach and you know the reason why. As right now, those two are humming. That's really where they're at.
Yeah, understanding the reasons why. As you can see, play comes in from Andy Reid. He's looking at that call sheet. He understands where to go with the ball automatically because they've spent some time together. I think the best years of Alex Smith's career is going to be in Kansas City, playing for this coach, Andy Reid, and I think we're seeing signs of it.
Albert Wilson in motion. Here come the Chargers on 3rd and 3. Smith senses trouble's going to run for it. 1st down run. The penalty marker is thrown. And Smith, more mobile of a quarterback than you'd think, runs for 22 yards.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 players in motion did not get set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
I talked to Mike Carey about this during the week. And you could see the official was talking to Alex Smith saying, hey, you got to allow those guys to get set. Once they motion, you don't want to go with a quick count because it has to be a full second after the motion or after the shift that you allow them to be set before the ball is snapped. And number 12, Albert Wilson, was not fully set.
Well, that came into question in Baltimore a couple of weeks ago, that wild ending to the game that we did, Baltimore and Jacksonville. And that one picks up the 22-yard run by Smith. 3rd and 8 after the penalty. Smith from the shotgun, slings it near side of the field. It's caught. Kansas City needed the 40 for the first down. Macklin makes the catch, and it's a Kansas City first down.
What did Alex Smith tell us about Jeremy Macklin? He is that kind of receiver. Why simply have to give him more opportunities? He said on the 50-50 balls when he's one-on-one, as he is here, you got to go ahead and give him a shot to be able to come down with the ball. He's working against Jason Verrett. He believes that Jeremy Macklin can win the majority of the time with those 50-50 ball opportunities.
Macklin, a Pro Bowler last season, missed a game due to a concussion in Week 7. We've seen his receiving yards on the decline slightly over the last 4 weeks. A big catch there. Smith on 1st and 10, trying to thread the needle, and he does. What a catch by Albert Wilson.
What a throw by Alex Smith. Pressure in his face. Look, he puts this one where only Wilson could get it, and there's 3 Charger defenders in that area.
And now you see Smith scurrying his team up to try to get San Diego off balance. 27 yards on the throw and catch. Smith to Wilson.
Yeah, and not only did he want to go ahead and get the ball snapped quickly, this could be what they call a controversial call, even though I thought it was a catch. Smith said, let's get up there, let's go quick, so they can't challenge it. But there you see the pressure right in his face, right there on the hit from 57, Joe Mays.
People talk about how smart a quarterback Alex Smith is. Guy thinking on his feet there. As the Chargers just didn't have enough time to think about a challenge and pull that red flag out. 2nd and 10. Bunch wide receiver formation. Smith underneath again. It's caught by the tight end. 2nd catch by Harris. Manti Te'o has looked good coming back from his 4-game injury absence.
And how about Harris? He's starting to make some plays. We know about Travis Kelce. So the more that Demetrius Harris can get involved in this offense for his quarterback, Alex Smith, Andy Reid's going to go to him more and more, and he can design more plays where both tight ends can work off one another. And I think when you've got to focus on those tight ends now, the receivers can begin to make more plays. This offense is doing a good job eating up clock, keeping Phillip Rivers on the sideline.
West in motion. Smith faked to him and then tried to go the other way to Kelce. Incomplete. As Kansas City's drive stalls. And the kicker and field goal unit onto the field.
Yeah, we say, well, why can't you complete this pass? Look at number 51, Kyle Emanuel, right in his face. he was close enough to, take a look at the dentures of Alex Smith. I mean, he was right there, and Smith just had to get rid of it. But that's where Alex is so good at not panicking and not causing some potential turnover, allowing Santos to come on and kick it.
Emanuel, the rookie out of North Dakota State. 5th-round pick, was a revelation for the Chargers in the preseason. Clement with the early pressure. That kick from Santos, 28 yards away, is through the uprights. Chiefs lead back to 6. Under 6 to play in the first half.
Hey, what's up, Troy? Okay, that it?
That'll do it.
Excuse me.
Hey, man.
Huge fan, man.
Oh, thank you.
All the touchdowns and the wins and...
Yeah, I don't like to dwell on the past, but thank you.
Yeah.
Aikman, touchdown, unbelievable. Aikman, touchdown, unbelievable. Aikman, touchdown, unbelievable.
I dwell on the past.
I would too. I don't blame you.
Okay.
As long as you are you, it's Miller time.
Oh, hello, my old friend. You still have a chance to win Super Bowl 50 tickets, millions of instant win prizes, and $500,000. And now, with all-day breakfast, you can peel and play anytime with a delicious Egg McMuffin. Peel, win instantly, or text in your code. And if we announce your team, you're automatically a winner.
That, my friend, warms my heart.
It's time to play Game Time Gold before it's gone. Who's your team?
Man, I love those Bears.
Bzz. Hey, Bumblebee. Oh, busy bee, oh, busy bee. This year, let's keep your sanity. Come to the store or go online. For all your gifts, you'll be just fine.
Aw, you're sweet.
Black Friday starts 6 p.m. Thursday and all day online at Walmart.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently.
Mike's on!
First down! Save big with State Farm.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by McDonald's, teaming up with the NFL like never before. State Farm. Find your agent at statefarm.com. And by national mortgage lender Quicken Loans. Home buy, refi, power.
1, 2, 3, Chargers! 1, 2, 3.
Last night in nearby Santee, the NFL Flag Football League held its playoffs. The league sponsored by the Chargers and NFL Play 60. Keenan Allen donating tickets for one of the older Chargers-affiliated teams to attend today's game. And what a thrill for those youngsters here at Qualcomm Stadium. 28-yard field goal by Cairo Santos. If you've just joined us, Chiefs drove the length of the field early. Dontari Poe lining up as a fullback, got in for his first career touchdown. They then missed the extra point. Chargers tacked on their first 3. And then the Santos field goal to extend the Chiefs' lead back to 6. Phillip Rivers back onto the field. He'll start from the 20 when we come back.
Here's one of our best elves, hard at work.
What's back there?
Nothing.
A touchdown. Come on.
Santa, the Davidsons are here to see our workshop.
Oh, well, hello. This is my sleigh. It's how I deliver all the presents by myself.
Santa, you got anything else going to Albany?
By myself.
Ship with FedEx Ground at FedEx Office. It's how the holidays arrive.
It takes technology, engineering, and coordination to hit the perfect shot. At Quicken Loans, the same is true for mortgages. Quicken Loans, home buy, refi, power. Official mortgage sponsor of the PGA Tour.
At this moment, all of my past accomplishments mean nothing. Better starts now.
Citizen, Echo Drive, powered by light. Any light, never needs a battery. Citizen.
How do you do the holidays? Do you pick a Christmas tree or put one together? Do you fill the yard with colorful lights or classic whites? Inflate it or hand make it? Do you go for high-tech bling or something evergreen? However you build cheer, the Home Depot is here. Let's do this. Light up your holidays with a pre-lit Wesley Christmas tree, just $129. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Something was missing in Rodney's life. That was NFL Now, the easiest way to get more football since the dawn of the pigskin. Suddenly, he wasn't just Rodney, he was the Oracle of Rod.
Better than 60,000, Qualcomm Stadium on a picturesque summer-like afternoon here in San Diego. And these fans all decked out in their LaDainian Tomlinson gear. He will have his jersey retired and be forever immortalized at a halftime ceremony. What a moment that'll be for LT and these fans. On 1st and 10, Phillip Rivers handing to Melvin Gordon. And how this offensive line would deal with this pressure from the Chiefs, a major storyline today.
Yeah, I think they can't run the ball. So that puts it all on the shoulders of Phillip Rivers. And he's known as a stationary quarterback. They know it. Josh Maga comes through for their first sack on the day, but they've been able to hit, hurry, and harass Phillip Rivers, who just can't really get in rhythm enough to create consistent big plays for this offense.
Already, as you see, under pressure for most of this first half. Rivers completes. Once again, that's Stevie Johnson. Just past the 35, 13 yards in the Chargers' first down.
Stevie Johnson has to make these plays because Antonio Gates is going to get his share. Danny Woodhead has been excellent coming out of the backfield, but they need someone on the perimeter to pick up the slack and the production loss with the injury to Keenan Allen and Malcolm Floyd.
Johnson missed a couple of games, weeks 5 and 6 with a hamstring injury. When everyone was healthy, Johnson had almost become kind of an afterthought. Just 31 catches entering this one today. Here's Gordon breaking a tackle. Nifty play by Melvin Gordon. It was Derek Johnson, the shorthanded tackler, who missed him, and a first down catch and run, a pickup of 12.
And this is what Gordon has to be able to do in this offense. Now, catching the ball out of the backfield is not something he did a lot coming out of the University of Wisconsin, but he's got to learn quickly. Now that we're in the second half of his rookie season, he's got to begin to show up with more plays like these. Most of them have been provided by Danny Woodhead catching out of the backfield, and you can see he's right now in the game, lined up to the side, I think, with Antonio Gates.
First and 10, they go end around here. Able to catch Kansas City off balance. That's Javante Herndon. Nice play call by Frank Reich. They pick up 9 yards to give him a nice second and short.
Nice play. Nice block on the edge by Ladarius Green and Danny Woodhead on the run play.
Here is Woodhead. San Diego's only 2 rushing touchdowns of the season, able to get the yard that they needed. Both of those rushing touchdowns, by the way, came in week 1. They haven't had one since. Hard to believe.
He is a small guy, 5'8", 200 pounds, but I'm going to tell you right now, tough to tackle. What if I told you that Danny Woodhead has more yards after the catch than any other player in football? Julio Jones would be second, but he's tough to corral in space. Very quick, very elusive.
And the difference between them in that category, nearly 200 yards. What a season that Woodhead has had. First and 10, they fake the draw screen pass. Chiefs weren't fooled.
No. Wow. Excellent play by Ron Parker. Good tackling. That's what we're seeing from this Kansas City Chiefs defense. Even though there are some catches being made against this defense. Look, first guy there, first guy gets him on the ground. They're swarming, great angles, great leverage, but the ability to hit and wrap up and not allow those yards after contact. That's when you're playing at the highest level on the defensive side of the ball.
Parker had one of their 5 interceptions in that win in Denver last week on 2nd and 11. What a play defensively was Derek Johnson. And he has been doing it year in and year out. Became their all-time leading tackler earlier this season.
He's an excellent player. There's no doubt. In coverage, in space, to be able to make that play, knife under the intended receiver without drawing a flag, tells you about his overall athleticism and his ability to play, yep, even on 3rd down.
Never-ending pre-snap chatter from Phillip Rivers. Where does he go? 3rd and 11's going to take a chance. Going end zone. Maybe some contact before the football arrived. No flags. Tyrell Williams, the intended target. Coverage on the play from Hussein Abdullah.
There was contact, but look, he's out of bounds. See the ball right there. I think that's why the official did not throw a flag, because Abdullah did not play the ball at all. Look right here. He's going to run into him. There's some bump, but the ball is more thrown out of bounds, even though Williams remained in bounds.
Williams just signed to their active roster yesterday when they officially named Malcolm Floyd as being inactive for this game, or came to that decision. Mike Cypher's on to punt.
Game.
And a delay
Offense.
of game.
5-yard penalty. 4th down.
They'll give Cyphers 5 more yards to work with. Boy, Rivers has been hot. We saw him earlier in a heated conversation with Antonio Gates. Just never stops talking, does he, during the course of the game?
He's a competitor, very emotional, and he has a lot to say.
Jeremy Macklin standing back deep, signals fair catch. And another well-placed punt by Cyphers. They'll have Alex Smith and the Chiefs inside their 15 when we come back.
Kitten in the tree.
Fix the pipes.
Very good.
Arrest that leprechaun.
And limbo.
Your balloon's getting away.
The robot?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Sorry, Kev.
Did it stay tucked?
Yep.
Yeah.
The new Stay Tucked Crew. We tested it, so you know it works.
Get ready for Black Friday deals from Verizon. Get an Ellipsis 10-inch tablet. Get it for $49.99. Get it early online starting Thursday. Get into the spirit of getting. Happy Thanksgiving from Verizon.
There is someone hacking into prosthetic arms.
It's Armageddon out there. Oh, come on.
One pill
Here's to hunting hackers.
makes him the FBI's right-hand man.
In the movies, somebody types really fast, and then boom, something's hacked.
Who are you?
These criminals may be armed,
The attack seemed like juvenile pranks.
but he's dangerous.
Did you hack the stock exchange?
I peeked behind the curtain. Okay, no harm, no foul.
New Limitless, CBS Tuesday, or stream it live or on demand.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Fruit of the Loom. They test their products so you know they work. And by Bud Light. Make the right call. Drink responsibly.
Now, some of the iconic names in the history of the San Diego Chargers and LaDainian Tomlinson. That is the banner, the number that will be forever immortalized here in a halftime ceremony. His entire family here, and LT, a guy we've known for a long time, and someone you go back many, many years with. What a moment that'll be for he and his family.
Yeah, he personifies class. There's no doubt. Did this organization proud, as well as the entire city of San Diego.
And he will be only the fourth San Diego Charger to have his number retired in the stadium. Chiefs take over. Smith pump fakes. Scrambles out of the pocket. Atauchu giving chase. And again, that mobility by Alex Smith. Not making the mistakes that so many quarterbacks make under pressure. Runs out of bounds, picks up a couple.
See, look, they've got it covered even on the back end. Take a look at these defensive backs. See, everyone is there, and there's nowhere to go with it, and good pressure up front.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
We're taking performance to a whole new level. Don't just watch the game. Open up a can of football with a crisp, refreshing Bud Light.
Do you feel the vibe?
I absolutely love my New York apartment, but the rent is outrageous. Good thing Geico offers affordable renter's insurance. With great coverage, it protects my personal belongings should they get damaged, stolen, or destroyed. Excuse me.
Delivery. Hey, lo mein, Szechuan chicken, chopsticks, soy sauce, and you got some fortune cookies. Have a good one.
These small New York apartments.
Protect your belongings. Let Geico help you with renter's insurance.
And now, fill your world with sound. Celebrating this week's loudest stadiums, brought to you by Bose for exceptional wireless sound anywhere. Washington has built a strong home field advantage. Last week, Kirk Cousins threw 4 touchdown passes, including 2 to Jordan Reed. And safety Deshaun Goldson had a pick 6 as the Redskins defeated the Saints to earn their 4th straight home victory. Fill your world with sound from Bose, official sound of the NFL.
Maybe we should figure out how to unlock these before we put them on.
For Holmes and Watson,
This is Abby Campbell.
this victim
She's dead.
Hello, Abby Campbell.
Isn't the only skeleton in the closet.
Can you think of any reason why the police would be investigating me?
New Elementary, this Thursday, or stream it live or on demand.
With NFL Mobile, watch local and primetime NFL games live on your smartphone. Learn more at NFL.com/mobile. Spiro Ditas, Solomon Wilcott, Scott Kaplan, our entire CBS crew. 2nd and 7, 2-minute drill being run here by Alex Smith as they start just outside the 17 after the break. Charkandrick West just barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled on the play by Corey Legion.
Spiro, remember the Chiefs have only 2 timeouts. They had to burn one of their timeouts on the very first possession of the game just to get organized. Now they're sitting here with 2. They might want to hurry things up, but got to start by converting this 3rd and 6 play. Look for them to maybe try to get the ball to Jeremy Maclin if they get one-on-one coverage to his side.
West flanking Smith. Smith somehow escapes his sacks. He's going to try to run for it, and he does. Masterful play by Smith, diving to the 30 for the Kansas City first down, a run of 10.
He got the covers that he wanted, but he didn't get the protection he wanted. But we said on 3rd down, the mobility of Alex Smith will break down your defense. You get too far up the field, as you saw there, you miss him while trying to control and keep him in the pocket, then he's going to use his athleticism to hit that first down marker and be able to create a new set of downs. This is something that maybe even Phillip Rivers can't do for his team, and that's why I think Alex Smith is one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the league.
It was Melvin Ingram who had him wrapped up for the sack. And Ingram, a guy in his 4th season, we know about his injury history. He's shown flashes, Solomon, of brilliance, we've seen, but that's what he wanted back.
Anytime you hear the word flashes, the other side of that is inconsistency, right? Because flashes mean he does it every now and then, but consistency is what they need from Ingram.
Kyle Emanuel, the rookie linebackers, come onto the field on 1st and 10. Chiefs down to their final timeout. $1:20 to play. High pass. It's caught. Kelsey. So deadly as a tight end. What a tackle by Jimmy Wilson to get him around the shoestrings. 16 yards and another first down.
Yeah, wow. Kelsey was moving. I'm telling you right now. This is where I think, even Eric Weddle could have maybe bumped Kelsey as he was coming across the field. He was shallow and short of 5 yards, so you can jam the tight end in that situation.
Clock continues to run inside of a minute. Smith flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, completes inside San Diego territory. That's Albert Wilson, another first down play. And Wilson able to get out of bounds and stop the clock as he picks up 23.
Just smart play. And then, this offense is moving under 2 minutes because of the mobility of Alex Smith. He's buying time, allowing receivers to get open. Andy Reid is calling on his tight ends to be able to make a play when he get the right matchup. So if they can protect for Alex Smith, he's going to make the throws. But even when the protection break down, his mobility allows him to extend the play and still create a positive gain by getting a completion.
Right at the range of Santos. 1st and 10. Smith tackled from the back, but able to pick up positive yardage again inside the 30. Tackled by Atauchu. Reminder coming up, the Verizon halftime report will send you to New York. JB and the guys are standing by. Highlights and analysis all next on the Verizon halftime report. Kansas City down to its final timeout. 20 seconds to play. Smith over the middle, completes. That's Chris Conley, the rookie wide receiver out of Georgia, former 3rd-round pick. First down play, and now Andy Reid will take his final timeout.
Good use of the timeout. Andy Reid is in complete control. I mean, he's working that play call sheet. He knows what situations he wants to get his team in, what personnel groupings he need for each situation. He just stays ahead of it. As long as he's getting positive gains on early downs, you just get the sense that he's in complete control. And with a quarterback like Alex Smith working with this kind of efficiency, going 3 for 3, 56 yards, and that's when I think the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs can be really good. Because the coach and the quarterback, they're always sharing a brain, and they're protecting the football, and you can see they're very productive.
And doing it, Solomon, in the absence of their most lethal weapon, Jamal Charles. Everyone thought their season would go south dramatically, as it already had at that point. Just a remarkable turnaround since he was lost for the year with the ACL injury. Looks like San Diego will burn its first timeout. So 16 seconds left. If you're going to take a shot or two here, you have to think they're going end zone with no timeouts left.
Outside the window, beautiful and strange. It must be I found it a way. I must be sound and color.
Manhattan. 16 seconds to play. No timeouts for Kansas City. Salmon, where's Alex Smith looking here?
Well, you got 11 personnel. That means one tight end, one running back. I try to get the combo up top with Travis Kelce or hit the check down with West coming out of the backfield.
Smith going end zone, and Macklin just runs out of real estate. Just 5 seconds come off the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he was never open. He tried to go to the trip side. I thought with all the defenders to that side of the field, you could see Macklin. That's that 7 route going to the corner. But that's a tough throw. But you could see they had help underneath and over the top of Macklin. I thought the combination to the other side of the field with the tight end and running back, because you want to get a linebacker in coverage against Kelce or against the back and try to get that matchup and win.
Chiefs again are out of timeouts. So really the only play at this point is to throw to the end zone. Chargers are going to burn their 2nd timeout. Want to make sure everything is set. Another reminder, the Verizon halftime report comes your way next. JB, Tony, Bart Boomer, and Coach Cower standing by in our CBS studios in New York. The Verizon halftime report in just a moment. What a first half for Alex Smith. Salmon, a guy who averages 241 yards passing per game, already over the 200-yard mark in the first half.
Now look at the yards per play. 7.3 yards per play. They're doing pretty good. And Mike McCoy, he's got to find a way to keep Phillip Rivers on the field. They've got to convert some 3rd downs. They got to turn those red zone possessions into points and not just have to settle for the field goal.
Chiefs have won 3 straight. Just a game out of that final AFC wildcard slot. Hard to believe here in week 11. Smith on 2nd and 10, throwing end zone. It's caught. Kelce, touchdown. Late flag at the end of the play. Could be a hit above the shoulder pad into the head area. 12-yard touchdown catch if it stands. Carl Sheffers is our referee.
Personal foul, number 50, defense, for an unnecessary hit on a defenseless player. The result of the play is a touchdown. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Well, it's going to be right here, and this is just right in that center, right between those safeties. That's where the hole is. And you've got to be able to get the ball to Kelce. He's so good at finding those spaces. And look at this throw. Right between the 2 safeties on the back end of the defense. Alex Smith is plenty good enough, the quarterback position in this league. Can go a long way with him. Accurate throw, courageous throw, and what a catch by Kelce.
First touchdown catch for Kelce in 9 games, his 4th of the season. So Smith marches him 86 yards, 9 plays. As is the case with every scoring play, it is subject to automatic review. Quick striking drive by the Chiefs, 15-3 on CBS.
Who wants to try?
Before earning enough cash back from Bank of America to stir up the holidays. Before earning 1% cash back everywhere, every time. And 2% back at the grocery store. Even before they got 3% back on gas. All with no hoops to jump through. Daniel, Fondi, and Sarah decided to use their Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card to sweeten the holiday season. That's the spirit of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
When you need something utterly unique to wear, go to your wardrobe. Your jewelry wardrobe. Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry for the ultimate selection of Levion. Only Levion, masters of jewelry design for centuries, makes jewelry with chocolate diamonds. Gorgeous, trend-setting looks like this limited edition piece you can only find at Jared, making Levion the essential part of her jewelry wardrobe. That's why she went to Jared.
What if there was a bank that didn't just ask members to save, but also helped them to save? That allowed families to keep more of their money, letting them use any ATM nationwide for free. And because every dollar matters, didn't nickel and dime its members with monthly fees, saving them more than $345 million in 1 year. That would be a different kind of bank. That would be USAA Bank. Go online to find out more about our free USAA secure checking account today.
Now the Travis Kelce touchdown still under review. Here's the call.
After review, the receiver never had control of the ball. The ball hit the ground. It is an incomplete pass. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal, automatic. First down.
All right, let's bring in our officiating expert, Mike Carey from New York. Mike, take us through the play.
Yes, guys, I think by now we all should know you have to have clear control when you're in the air. And when you're going to the ground, you have to maintain that control. And the ball may not hit the ground. The ball hits the ground. Prior, he did not have control. An incomplete pass every time.
All right, Mike, thanks. And now Andy Reid putting a lot of trust in his quarterback. They're going to take a shot. 6 seconds left, no timeouts.
Yeah, and guess what? I would spread them all out. Now they're going to go with a full house in that backfield with a fullback and a runner. But Alex Smith could end up running the ball.
Boy, San Diego just barely able to get a timeout call. That'll be their final one. The Chiefs had Macklin and Wilson split out on both sides of the field. And now a couple of more seconds to think about it for Andy Reid. Well, it was Manti Te'o who had the jarring hit on Kelce here. Going to drive him to the turf. And dislodging the football just enough. There it is. You see it coming loose. Great job by our cameraman here at Qualcomm Stadium.
You know, we like to say the eye in the sky don't lie. And it's not always true because you don't always have that clear, visible evidence that we need. But that time, I think it was plenty evidence that he did not have control of the ball. And how about this? Andy Reid changes his mind. He's going to allow Santos to kick it for 3.
So Santos, who hit from 28 yards earlier, will attempt a chip shot here from 24 yards out. Santos, who was the hero here for the Chiefs last season in Week 7, is perfect from 24 yards out. So the touchdown overturned, but the Chiefs able to salvage 3 points and get their lead to 9. We set the table for you in terms of just how big this game is for Kansas City, a team that started the year 1-5, looking for their 4th straight win. Entered the day just a game behind Buffalo and the Jets for that final wild card spot. The Jets losing today now, so they get to 5-5. Houston has leapfrogged in front of them. But so basically all you need to know, Solomon, is that the Chiefs are right in the thick of things for that final spot.
And I think it's amazing because they were in Chicago. They lose Jamal Charles for the season. And then they were going to lose, I think, another game against Minnesota. Lose 5 in a row. You're without your best football player. You talk to the coaches, talk to the players of this team. They'll tell you that Jamal Charles is their best football player on either side of the ball. And this team, miraculously, under the leadership of their head coach, Alex Smith, able to go on, or excuse me, Andy Reid, are able to go on and win 3 in a row. It's just phenomenal.
Haven't been many teams that have started 1-5 and made the postseason. Only one, in fact, the 1970 Bengals. It's a number of reasons why they're in this position. We've talked about Charkandrick West, the defense being revitalized. And really the biggest improvement, according to Andy Reid, has been his offensive line. After all of their struggles early in the season, they've performed at a very high level during this 3-game winning streak.
What did he say? He says, you know, We wanted to go with some talented guys, he said, but in the end, you got to go with tough guys. Tough guys, he said. He always went with tough guys on the offensive line, and they wanted to be more athletic. And he said, you know what? We're going back to playing our 5 toughest guys, and he feels it has made a huge difference.
Chargers will run play. Final 2 seconds will come off the clock. So a break for San Diego as that Kelsey touchdown was picked up. But the Chargers in the midst of this 5-game losing streak, still down 9 as we reach halftime. We'll be back with the Verizon Halftime Report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
The only thing more terrifying than how this case begins is how it ends.
What's up? You're being arrested for murder.
UNCISLA, CBS this Monday.
Thanksgiving Thursday's a time for family.
You've become a good mom.
Thank you. I'm not gonna say it back.
A new mom. Then the love of Caroline's life is getting married. Isn't that great?
It's gonna look like I'm jealous and can't handle their happiness. You can't.
A new Two Broke Girls after a new mom Thanksgiving Thursday.
Code Black. New. CBS Wednesday, 10, 9 Central.
Every insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. For those who've served and the families who've supported them, we offer our best service in return. USAA, we know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Way up in the North Pole, a penguin loaded a toy car onto a racetrack. Zoom. It took off. Going faster and faster and twisting and turning until finally it stopped right in our driveway.
But Dad, penguins live in the South Pole.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is going on now with some of the most magical deals of the year. This is the pursuit of perfection.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone. With NFL Mobile, it's included only on Verizon. I'm James Brown, along with my guys, Tony Coach, that is, Bart, and Boomer. Sounded like Hank Stram, God bless him. He says, Coach. All right, let's get right to the highlights.
I got James Brown. Right, Brock Osweiler's birthday was today. Yes, his first start came on his 25th birthday, 20 of 27. 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. That one there to Cody Latimer. Jeremy Langford ties it up with 30 seconds to go. They missed the extra point. Brock Osweiler, were you nervous today with your first start?
Well, you know, it's been a long process, and, you know, like I told you guys last night, I haven't wasted a single day on those days when I've been sitting behind Peyton, and I've been learning from things on the field and off the field, and, you know, I just felt very comfortable today, and that's a credit to my teammates and coming out here and supporting me.
Oakland at Detroit. Yeah, that's an impressive young man right here, but this is impressive as well. Matthew Stafford calling his own number for the quarterback sneak. He wins it, breaking it in, and the Lions win 16-13. Oakland loses 3 straight.
Hey, guys, another backup quarterback. This case, third-string quarterback T.J. Yates has a big day for the Houston Texans. 16-34, 229 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. Texans get to 5-5 by virtue of a 24-17 beating down of the Jets. They dropped to 5-5.
Yeah, here we go. Tony Romo, his first game back since he was injured. 18-28, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Here to Des Bryant, he makes it for the touchdown. After the game, Tony Romo talks about his first game back.
It's gusting winds. We got rain. We got a good defensive line, maybe as good as we're going to go against. and they come out with some great coverage stuff that we hadn't seen. They're real simple until they played us. Oh, Sue hasn't moved spots all year, so they do all these things. And the funny thing was, you go through it all and you're like, it's the way it's supposed to be. That's why it's the NFL.
That's what Cam Newton's saying, too. He had 5 touchdown passes a day to 5 different receivers. This one to Greg Olsen. The Carolina Panthers go to 10-0. And Cam, what has been the approach each week as you go on this streak?
We can't allow ourselves to get lax. We're on a wave now, and winning covers up a lot of things, and we can't get complacent with the victories. More importantly than getting better, and that's what we're going to have to do and get prepared for Dallas.
All right, Colts at the Falcons. The Colts were down in this game, and you see Adam Vinatieri gives his team his first lead, and after the game, a fired-up Chuck Pagano talks to his team.
We play hard, okay, for 60 minutes, one play at a time. All you got, don't judge. We talked about win your box, no matter what. Win your box, no matter what. And just keep throwing haymakers.
Keep telling Coach Coward, just win your box each week, Coach. Come on now. How about Jameis Winston? He had 5 touchdown passes to 5 different receivers. He was 19 of 29, 246 yards. How about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They are 5-5 by blasting the Eagles, 45-17.
St. Louis at Baltimore. Ed Reed inducted into the Ravens Ring of Honor. Justin Tucker gives him a 47-yard field goal game winner. But early in the game-winning drive, Joe Flacco's injured on the play. After the game, John Harbaugh talks about the severity of the injury to his quarterback.
Joe Flacco just had a season-ending knee injury. He tore at least his ACL, I think his MCL as well, and he'll be out for the rest of the season.
All right, and in the late games there, you can see big matchup in Minnesota, Green Bay nursing a 3-point lead, Kansas City by 9 over San Diego. All right, friends and football, standing with our veterans on an emotional challenge that you will certainly want to be a part of this Thanksgiving. Join us for the full story this Thursday on a special Thanksgiving holiday edition of the NFL Today at 4 Eastern, leading up to the kickoff between the Panthers and Cowboys. That'll be coming your way right here on CBS. Well, I called Coach Coach, but that's what Hank Stram said. Some of his ball players called him, God bless him, Coach.
Win your box, Coach.
Let's matriculate through this to halftime show.
That's exactly what he said.
Stay on edge, Tony. Stay on edge.
I'm here.
I like you when you're on edge.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live local games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
Dear Jen, this seemed like just the thing for your first Boston Christmas. Love, your in-laws, Debbie and Bill.
Jenny, stay strong and warm. Love, Dad.
Get 15% off now at NFLshop.com.
My role is to show my son that whatever he wants to accomplish is possible. I'm responsible for, teaching him things that have to last him a lifetime. The most important thing is not always about what he can do for himself, but how he can help other people. And if I can instill that in my son, man, then I think I've done my job. All I ever was worried about was being the best football player I could possibly be, and my number one focus is now being the best father that I can be.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report, live online every Sunday, only from Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
I have to make very tough calls, and I don't have the luxury of worrying about how they make me feel. That's the job.
A new Madam Secretary, then.
This is a right-wing war on women.
Excuse me?
A new good wife after Madam Secretary, CBS tonight.
With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's included only on Verizon.
Halftime high above Qualcomm Stadium with the Kansas City Chiefs in front of the Chargers 12-3. We'll return to San Diego after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
This is life, this is life.